One. Oh, we're doing it right now? Oh, hey everybody, Demon Master Reviews here. We are here to do a little something different here on someone else's channel, but not mine, but we're doing this on my friend here, Lance. And we're here to do like something different, something very different. A little discussion, a little series of discussion videos here on my channel or his channel, depending on which one we might put them on. But yeah, anyway, the first topic for this first video is what happened to the album reviewing community. So, Lance, we start with you. What are your thoughts on what happened to this community?
I just don't, it was like huge. Like, you had all these different guys. Now it's pretty much, I don't know, it's Seek, Cover Killer Nation, and a handful of others. I don't know if the fact that it just dried up or something or what. I just have no friggin' idea.
Yeah, to go more in depth, I first started on YouTube about the time when album reviewing was literally the shit. Like, it was literally tons of people, like guys and a few girls. There were a few, but not a lot. And it was just so popular. Like, yeah, there was Cover Killer Nation and Needle Drop, but you had guys like Cover Killer Absent Productions, Sean Kyle Blagreth, Cage Fan, Moonlight Pathian, Strong Boys 19, Chainsaw, Gators 12, Maiden Slave, Daughter of Vampire. But then, as the years dragged on, all of them have suddenly decided to quit, to stop doing reviews entirely, or quit, retire, or don't have the desire to do album reviews now. Like, you still see CK, Cover Killer Nation, and the Needle Drop. But some of the names, even Sean Kyle Blagreth, who still sparingly does it, but to a point where it's like very rare, very, very rare. Well, Strong Boys 19 still does it as well, but it's just died down, and I don't know what happened. Like, I've had to see all this on the sidelines for reasons I don't want to get into, but it has just been, what has happened to this community? It was so big, and now it's so small. Like, it's very few in between.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, it's dying down. I mean, it's CKN and a bunch of little, and then you got the second tier, then you got everybody else below them.
Yes, below them. Like, I consider myself either at a second tier or somewhere or everybody else. Like,
yeah.
And it's just like, oh my God. It's just been, what? God Lord.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Would you want to talk about something else for this?
Well, I just had an idea. We had the reviewers. What the hell happened to the music?
The music? Ooh.
If you ain't got a really, really dominant, awesome music, that might have been a factor of turning people away from doing the reviews when you think about it.
Yeah, like there are some, like, no, but I've been thinking of going back when I was, during the hiatus that I was on from not doing reviews. There were a lot of good albums that came out after I wasn't doing them. Goddamn, BT Bam, Between the Buried and Me's, that new album. Parallax 2, Winter Sun's Time 1. Coheed and Cambria, The Afterman Part 1 and 2, Stone Sour, House of Golden Bones Part 1 and 2, which were great. James the Breeze solo album that came out a couple of years ago. That was great. Dream Theater's new album, their self-titled, was great. But out of everything, like, what? Everything else, like, crap.
Yeah. I mean, I got into this game kind of around, well, this channel I started up in 2012, which was when it started going down.
Yeah, it was still big at the time.
Retiring and stuff.
Yeah, I've been doing this since 2009, but this is my second channel that I've ever had. I've had this since for maybe 3 years now. So I've been on YouTube to get combined 6 years. And I'm not that big of I should be big. Like, I should have a lot of subscribers, but I don't. When I started, I was just a subscriber. I wasn't a video maker. I wasn't any of that. I was just a subscriber. That's all I was. And then I got into it in 2012. And
yeah,
although I have said those hiatuses, but I've been on YouTube for 6 years, but reviewing for 3 of those 6.
Yeah, I mean, because if I knew where most of the stuff that I like, I mean, we kind of have kind of different taste in metal. You like more the more extreme metals. I'm
more extreme. Not I used to be, but it's more. What you see on my channel is more somewhat extreme and then somewhat epics.
Yeah.
Like the names I said, Between the Buried and Me, Winter Sun, those kind of bands. Whereas I see you reviewing the generic metal like Hellstorm, Motley Crue. You know, not that I'm saying they're not bad. You know, Hellstorm's good. Motley Crue's good. I grew up with those. I grew up with Motley Crue because of my dad.
I'm on the hard rockier side of metal.
Yeah.
Than the, as I call it, the Cookie Monster vocalist metal.
And what he means by that, he probably means I could think Black Veil Bride, Asking Alexandria, those.
No, when it's like.
Oh.
If I can understand you,
Cannibal Corpse, death, dying fetus, suffocation, you know. But then there's those other bands, like I said, Winter Sun. They kind of like Cannibal Corpse, but you hear their death, when you hear their growls, there's clearly a difference between them and what Cannibal Corpse does.
Yeah.
Clearly. And other than Cannibal Corpse or any of those other bands I mentioned, Cannibal Corpse and those bands don't incorporate clean vocals.
Yeah.
At all. Like, I'm more into the melodic stuff now. I'm not into that.
And the Cookie Monster being on vocals.
Like, I respect those bands because they've been around for a long time.
Yeah. You
know, and I love some of their albums. I mean, come on, they're classics. I mean, Cannibal Corpse, Tomb of the Mutilated, Butchered at Birth, The Bleeding. I even love some of their recent stuff, Torture, Evisceration Play, Kill even. But I respect Cannibal Corpse. I do like some of their music, and I respect them because they've been around, God knows, since the 80s? Late 80s? Early 90s? Like, I think they started in 88. Like, the time when metal was big at the time, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, I respect them. It's just what it is. I just don't. I'll listen to them from time to time, but not all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's the other bands, Dream Theater, Rush, Winter Sun, Soilwork even. I'll listen to Soilwork. In Flames. You know, I listen to those bands now. When I was a kid, yeah, I listened to those extreme metal bands. I even listened to some metalcore, deathcore even. Like the Devil Wears Prada or whatever, you know, I listened to those, but I grew up on as the years go on, I changed.
Yeah, I
changed musically. And ignore the phone call. Thank you. That is a little annoying.
Yeah.
But seriously. Yeah, that's how it's been, like, for some odd years. I've grown in different tastes of music. Like, started off Leonard Skinner, and then I grew to, I developed into metal. I've been listening to metal a little bit, i.e. Metallica and some other stuff, but then since when my dad told me about some of these other bands, Collective Soul, Creed, I got into those bands, and then he told me, Disturbed, and other bands. Disturbed. From Mudvayne, from my hometown of Peoria, even. I was a fan of them. And then my stepbrother Cody got me into bands like Slipknot and Mudvayne. And then, again, Cody, Whitechapel, Beachy Bam, so other many bands I like. And it's just been a progression of, I wanted to listen to something different each and every year. And then, as it turns out now, I listen to whatever is good. So, either Dream Theater, anything that bands that people underrate, because when you listen to I think Winter Sun should have been number 1 in 2012. But what won the Golden God Award for Album of the Year for 2012? Deftones. I'm like, okay, it's just rehashing what they did with Diamond Eyes. I would have been happy with Gojira's album. I would have been fine with that. But did they win? No. Was Winter Sun even on the ballot? On the card? No! Because they don't want to listen to the bands like that. Like, they don't want to waste, they listen to them, but they don't want to even give them a nomination. Like, put them on the list. If they are on the list, that's saying something. At least. But ever since then, they've been doing it alright, I guess, with Black Sabbath and, Slipknot. Probably Slipknot's gonna win the award for Album of the Year. Yeah. Most likely.
Just as long as Tenacious D doesn't win performance of the year at the Golden Gods, we're cool.
Yeah, as long as it's Slipknot, and I put Slipknot at number 1 because it's fucking Slipknot. I put them ahead of Devin Townsend's Z2 album because it's that damn good. We've been waiting 6 damn years for a new Slipknot album, and they delivered and it's kick ass, at least. That's why in my intro video, I put them at number 1 over Devin because, Devin writes good albums. But to say it's better than Slipknot, I would be undermining myself. I would be like, why did I have Devin over Slipknot? It's just, why? It makes no sense. And I grew up on Slipknot rather than Devin. I've been listening to Devin recently, but he's good, but it's Slipknot I grew up on.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else is there that could have affected this community? Got anything else? Okay, I guess we could talk about why they disbanded. Like, I guess we could talk a little bit about why they disbanded and why there's not so many. Like I said, Absent Productions, they quit. Like, the dude who does those videos quit. He said he's done with it. I've seen in one of his videos with his friend Alex, he said he's not getting back into it. Count Blagareth, he's, like I said, sparingly does it.
But in his defense, he does run his own small record label.
Yeah, that's the reason. He's got a little record label.
That's a legitimate reason.
That's a legitimate reason, at least. KH Band. Cal Blagareth and KH Band are two I respected of the incident I don't want to mention. But him and I, even though we don't talk much, I'm cool with him. Usually when I see his videos, it usually has to do with the Mayhem Fest that comes out. He always gives his predictions on what the Mayhem Fest lineup and his reaction to it. Like, that's one of the reasons I like this guy. Moonlapsopathian. He's the guy I want to mention because I used to like his videos. It was because of him I listened to Disharmonia Mundi, Soilwork, In Flames, November. It's because of him I'm listening to the melodic death metal and melodic metal bands now. Strong Boys 19. He just reached 1,000 subscribers, and he's been on here for 6 years, just as long as I've been on here. But, he's more successful at what he does, and I applaud him on that. But he does it sparingly. I think he did a review of the Bob Dylan album, a covers album for everyone. Who else is there? Chainsaw Gears 12. He's still on YouTube. He did announce he retired from reviewing and said he was done with it, but now he does the Chainsaw Reacts, and so it's a good reason he's not doing it. He does it sparingly, but he's doing the Chainsaw Reacts thing now.
Yeah.
Maiden Slave. Oh. A guy I got into when I wasn't doing reviews anymore. The first review I saw of him was the British Lion review. The two-side thing. I love that video. Daughter of Vampire. I didn't really watch her videos though, but knowing she was a reviewer, I respected what she was doing and stuff. And I don't watch her videos that much. But I don't see her on here anymore. It's just like, I don't know.
Who needs to start making videos again? Well, I know the reason why he hadn't been making the past couple of months is he's redoing his or moving into a new house and everything. Infidel Amsterdam.
Oh yeah.
He's working on getting his house. So he'll be back.
I totally forgot about him. Yeah, I watched his videos too, and I'm like, this guy is awesome.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of the heavier metals, but I love watching this dude do what he does.
Yeah, it's like, especially when he has this character that he does. It's just Baldrick. I like this guy. I liked his videos. He's awesome. It made me think, oh, I want to do that one day. I want to do that one day when I have a lot of subscribers. Do something like that and have like a big audience. And do, what can I do? Like I can think of, okay, I can do a Baldrick-like character where I put a hoodie over me. Dude those are the reasons I love watching his videos. Sometimes he doesn't, sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't, but I always enjoy his videos, you know?
Yeah.
Who else are we thinking? Who else can I think of that been gone for a while and has no reason? Oh god, there's some other reviewers. Iron Metal reviews. The guy you told me about, I forgot what his name was, but he was doing the top 10. It had Slipknot at number 1. I forgot his name.
Metal God 666.
I think so, yeah, him. I could be wrong. And I figured the band that Jeff Loomis is on, it's Arch Enemy.
Yeah.
Before that, we were talking about that album with him. But yeah, that's just, what else can we think of? Can I think of that was around? Fulton's reviews. I totally forgot him.
He don't even review beer anymore.
I'm like, what the? He doesn't review beer. That's not, no, God. Oh my God. That's just, what? No beer reviews? Oh god. That was one of the cool reasons. And I've seen his reviews. They're pretty damn good. And see, one of my favorites, oh god, there's not a favorite from him I can think of.
Yeah.
Was it a Dream Theater one? No, I don't think so. Was it Opeth? No. He did the Rush Hall of Fame one, and I was like, finally Rush gets in. And then hearing Kiss gets in. Holy shit. Who else?
I'll tell you what turned me on to him.
What?
When he brought the idea of having a Pantera reunion with a hologram of Dime.
Yeah, that sounds cool. But they were thinking, okay, I thought if they're gonna do someone real, get Zach. That's what the rumors. Zach Wild. Like you saw one.
Gotta keep Vinny from.
You saw what Coachella did. You see what they did at the Coachella with the other guy.
Tupac.
I forgot what his name. Tupac. Yeah, but why can't Pantera do that at least? It makes sense.
Because Vinny hates Phil.
But I think the reason they would do it is because the guy in the middle, Zach. Zach could be the middleman, or Rex, probably. I think Rex could be the middleman between them because Rex likes both, I think. I don't know. If Rex could somehow keep them cohesive for at least one tour or one show.
One show, maybe. Tour, I highly doubt it.
One show, probably. But a whole tour, he had to work his magic if he were to keep the two in check. And maybe Zach would too, because, it's fucking Zach Wild, at least. But
he's just big enough to keep them separate. Like, Vinny, no. Don't throw your stick in his head.
Okay, yeah. How about we do one show, you coexist. Like, for one show, for the fans, get off with this bullshit.
Yeah.
And let's stop, hell yeah. Let Chad go back to Mudvayne at least, and have this Pantera reunion that we've been all wanting.
They wouldn't necessarily have to break up, hell yeah. They just have to take a little bit of a break.
Take a break, yeah. Yeah, let Mudvayne come back, do a tour, and an album more than likely. Y'all could do the reunion show or tour. Maybe a one tour and then that'd be it. I don't care if it's a tour or a show. I don't care. I want to see Pantera. I've never seen Pantera ever.
Me either.
And I want to, I heard about the Dimag thing, but I was like, oh, that's tragic. That was literally tragic right there. Hey, I guess we could end this.
Yeah.
Because, alright. Thanks for watching. We've been rambling on about this, but obviously we had another guy, but he couldn't make it to this one, so he'll probably be in the next one.
Yeah.
If you're a subscriber of Lance, then you know him. It might be on his channel. It might not be. If it's on his, come and check out mine. Pretty much this video will be in a playlist on my channel, even though I didn't upload it. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. And as always, keep things metal. And
later.